The use of cameras on the job site has grown in the past decade. The most obvious uses are security and management. Construction companies can see if someone is stealing from the job site after hours and keep a better eye on progress. But that's not enough. The introduction of sensors has allowed cameras to become more versatile than ever before. They can now sense movement and sounds and translate that into useful data. Here to tell us all about it is David Ga, founder and CEO of Sensera. So David, welcome to the show.
Nice to be here.
So let's talk about job site cameras. They've really changed from how we used to use them and what we're using today. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I think one of the big differences is we've made them solar powered and wireless, and we've also begun to incorporate sensor capabilities so the camera becomes more intelligent to do a wider range of monitoring and functions at the job site.
Why are construction companies starting to embrace them today? Because, you know, we don't see enough job sites using them, but we're seeing a lot more. How is that happening?
I think there have been two things. We've kind of reached an inflection point in terms of cost and capability of the cameras, simplicity of the cameras. After all, GC's job is to build the site, not to install cameras. So really simplifying that and bringing the cost points down has been a big part of it. General awareness of the value propositions and what the camera brings to you, monitoring the site for the owner, sort of owner transparency, project documentation, site security you mentioned. So there's a wide range of value propositions, and I think the awareness of those value propositions is growing. That combined with the capability and affordability being kind of at an inflection point.
Are we seeing, as you mentioned, the GC, our general contractors are starting to see that if they use cameras, they have visibility into things that happen. As I talked about security, that things that get stolen. And job sites get a lot of things stolen. It can add up to a lot of loss at a site, right?
Absolutely. I think we see GCs using site cameras for prevention. I mean, everybody would just assume that the theft never happened. But if it does happen, it also gives you a tool to find out exactly what happened and to turn that over to authorities. So prevention of loss is a big one, but also just knowing what's going on. Today's site cameras can give you imagery minute to minute or even continuous video recording of everything going on a site. So that's a lot of information that can drive both security but also operations of the build.
David, tell us what you have here. What did you bring to us today?
So this is our newest platform. So one of our goals has been really to drive down the cost. In addition to simplicity and capabilities of the cameras is really to drive down the cost. So we've done a second generation of our camera platform already, a couple years in. And the goal of this is to bring the cost down while keeping the capability high. So this is an entirely solar-powered camera system, self-contained. There's no other parts, easily mounted by one person. And our first model in this family coming out is the MC26, which is going to be selling for $2,000 for a complete solar-powered camera system. So it's sort of breakthrough in the industry. It obviously is great for us competitively, but really it helps our goal of driving adoption of cameras in the construction industry.
And how's the response been?
It's been tremendous. We have, most of our customers have never used site cameras before when they come to us, and a huge majority of them will now just deploy them standard on every project, even if the owner's not requesting it, even if they didn't budget it beforehand. So part of getting that cost point down is so that the project manager has the flexibility to do what they need when they need it.
So what kind of information are you giving them when you're using solar powered, and what kind of data are they getting out of these kind of cameras?
So these cameras are quite full featured. They have the traditional functions of time lapse, of a webcam or project sharing, but they also have full-time recording on the edge of the camera, so you can go back weeks and retrieve in detail any event, whether it's safety or security. We also have a feature that does rapid snapshots, so you can go back 1 week and see minute by minute in very high resolution what's happening at the job site. Like you said earlier, we're also beginning to incorporate sensors, motion detection sensors, so that the camera becomes kind of the hub of everything real-time that's going on at the job site.
Where do we see cameras going? Because this is something right now that we need to take the information that's coming off of cameras and put it into other things that we're doing at the job site. Is that what you're leading up to?
I think so. If you look at some of the trends on the software side of the job site, you have project management is sort of one thing going on, project documentation. is another. Our system is called Sensera Site Cloud, and it's really aimed at the real-time information coming off the site. That may be from fixed cameras, it may be from drones, it may be from handheld devices or other sensors. And all that real-time information needs to be put into correspondence with each other. And so that's what we see as the goal of our Sensera Site Cloud.
Looking at all of the information that we're gathering from the office to the field, as we say, and to that job site right now, cameras really bring a lot of view to what's happening all the way around.
Right.
And do we see this going to be incorporating into drones and other kind of things? Do you see all that happening?
I do. I see those modalities as complementary, right? Drones giving you imagery once a day or perhaps once a week, aerial. Fixed cameras can give you more views with continuous monitoring. Other sensors are giving you other information, and that can all be put into correspondence. I think one of the roles of analytics or image processing can be to put all of those sensor modalities into correspondence. I even envision in the future we can take the CAD model and overlay imagery that's coming from all these different viewpoints onto the CAD model, and so now you'll have, I think, really a whole new thing in the as-built documentation of a system.
We see the construction job site changing a lot, and cameras are going to do a lot for that. David, thank you so much for being with us for Got a Tool. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. That's our Got a Tool for today.